people try to stop men try to stop in the cars and try to get me in the car. And I have trauma triggers, right? I've been raped and molested as a child. I've had things happen throughout my adult life as well. And I don't know if it's like, it's a new thing, because before, when I first moved here, like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I didn't have this problem. And I'm thinking, it's because now, it's probably people that have seen me, because a couple people have said that to me. I've seen you on this street or whatever, but that's creepy, okay? Honestly, it really is. And I don't know if I'm the only one that is creepy to. Like, let me know in the comments, is it creepy to you when, like, if you haven't had, for example, if you haven't had a rape in your life or some type of sexual trauma, is it creepy to you when guys come and try to pick you up on the side of the road? You know, literally, the reason this comes up because I was just running, and I had a feeling. You know how you have a feeling, and you got to go with your gut feelings because your gut is usually right. Okay. So I was running and I was almost done. I was so happy. I was like, yes, I'm the greatest woman alive. And I'm running. And coming back to my hotel, and somebody tried to stop. So I had a feeling or they did stop. And so I had a feeling this is a creeper, right? And so after I got into the middle of the street, risking my own life, because that scares me. I don't want to, when I'm walking out, I have a purpose. When I'm going outside, I have a purpose. And the purpose is never to meet a strange guy or a really psychotic one who wants to pay for something that I'm never going to give 17 years, no sex, almost 18, because I'm worth it and I own a business. And I haven't done that because I'm the best wife ever. I'm waiting till I get married. But that's never my purpose, is to meet a guy or anybody. I don't want to meet anybody. And so I'm out there because I have things to do. And I was running just now. And so I just wonder, like, do you have that same issue? Now, the reason I'm telling you, because I'm not trying to, like, make excuses, but it's been a big trigger for me in the past and now. I don't like eating around people. I don't like being out in public. And if I could never be out in public, I would do that. I would never be out. I'm not like, I don't want to be famous because I want people to pay attention to me. I don't want people to say how great I am. I want you to say how great you are. And I want to be famous because I just want people to know me so they know where to come, they know where to come and I can help you. That's why I changed my name to Liberty V Justice, because there's no period in my V, because my victories never end. And yours don't have to either, my friend. If you want to play the victim, nobody's a victim. We all have choices. And if you want to pretend like you're a victim and everything is everybody else's fault, this channel is not for you. And the truth is, like I said, we all have choices. So I want you to get your victories if you want them. And if you do, please sign up for my emails. Email me on the first time you get an email, www.imworthit.inc.com. And man, I'm just telling you, like, yeah, I did gain weight ever since I was in the desert. I talked about this. I did a 20-minute episode, which you'll see soon. And this will come after, probably. But it's a trigger for me. And I guess it probably is, well, it is one of the factors that makes me overeat, because when I get it alone, especially when I'm inside my room, because I don't have a room every single day. Sometimes I have to sleep outside, but I go and I go somewhere where I'm alone, where I can, most of the time people don't come to that place, and I could be alone out in the elements, you know, and usually people don't come there, and they've tried to come there and bother me while I'm eating, so-called men. They're just people that don't have something to do. Excuse me, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. But I'm just wondering, is this a trigger for you? This is a trigger for me, and it has in the past since I came back from the desert a year ago. I was in the desert in May of 2024, and there was a lot of men around. And actually, I never said this before, but out there was something had happened out there where somebody had did something sexually inappropriate. And actually, the funny thing is, it was a bisexual guy, which I thought he was gay at first. But anyway, the point is, like, I was the only woman out there, except for the ones that were out there time to time doing things, like I said, shouldn't be doing, but they have to learn their own lessons. And, you know, it's just, this has been a lifelong trigger for me, is two things. Eating is always a trigger, whether I'm alone or in public. And because there's been a lot of trauma surrounding my eating. Watch my episode, I talked about abused over food. And then the other thing is just, you know, being out in public in general, because, and like I said, I did talk about that too, about healing your trauma. Being around people, being in public, and then guys, and you could feel like these so-called men out there who have no thought on doing what their purpose is, except for just like stealing your energy and your time if you let them. So it makes me feel scared and anxious, and it distracts me from my work. So it's not something that I can't overcome, right? But I'm just letting you know. And this is why, like, if you're a man watching this, I would appreciate if you would say something about this, because are you the type of man? Think about it, ladies. Are you this man, men, are you the type of man that goes out when you have, whether you're single, married, whatever, you don't have to say that, but that would be cool. I'm trying to do a study. Like, do you go out just like to do nothing other than just to like pick up chicks and women or whatever you want to? Because here's the thing, think about it. These guys trying to pick me up, they probably, if the car is really nice and clean and taken care of, they don't have any money. Okay, they're poor. It's probably somebody else's car that somebody else paid for, whether it's a wife, mother, whoever. They don't, where they get the money for gas, because it's obvious they don't have any type of income, right? Or they do have income, but it's not a lot, right? It's not like they're not working. They don't have or if they do work, then they're just, whatever it is anyway, the point is they're poor. Because a rich guy would never do that. A woman would never do that. People don't go out that if you have money or if you plan to have money. I own a business and I plan to be a billionaire. Okay. So I never, like I said, go out without a purpose. And like I said, if I could avoid it, I would still run, but I'm not going to go out. And if I go out, it's to go out to film or to buy food. Or if I don't have enough money for my room, then I'm out there and I'm working. I'm always doing something because I have a purpose. So rich people don't go out for no purpose. That's the point. Or people that plan to be rich, wealthy financially, so I can give more to Operation Underground Railroad, because I want to help kids and women, whoever, escape from sex trafficking, i.e. that's rape. So I give now and I give whenever I have income coming in. And if I could stop rape molestation, I would do it. So, but I love to give money too. I just gave a tip to somebody. It felt good. I love it. So if you enjoy this, let me know what your thoughts are about men coming. And if you're a man, let me know. Do you do that? And why do you do that? Are you really like that poor that you're like, well, I have nothing to do. Let me just go find a woman I could have sex with, or pay her a little bit of money that I could just, a prostitute or whatever. Just let me know. Let me know. I just, like, no judgment. I really want to know why people do this. It's ridiculous. It's because they have no self-worth. I know that. That's what it is. And I know that I'm worthy, and I know you're worthy. That's why I no sex for 17 whole years so far, 17 and a half. Because I'm the best wife ever. I plan on being a billionaire. I'm going to change lives worldwide. And I can't do that if all I'm doing is sitting there thinking about sex and having sex and whatever, right? I don't need a relationship. I have a relationship with Jesus Christ and myself, and that's all I need. I'm going to have friends. I'm going to have my teammates that I'm paying money to help me with my restaurants nationwide across the United States. I'm going to go to Africa on my private jet, and eventually my husband's going to be on there, private jet sex, all right? I'm worth it. My name is Liberty. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.